Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Please subscribe my channel. Elias Vance, a man whose life was measured in the soft fall of dust motes and the rhythmic turn of catalog cards, considered the Kronos archives his only true home. He was the assistant curator of forgotten texts, a position that demanded silence and an appreciation for decay. The air in his specific sector, the eastern wing, smelled perpetually of ozone and aged paper, a scent Elias wore like a second skin. Most of the volumes here hadn't been touched in 2 centuries, their secrets slumbering beneath thick layers of protective grime. Yet, Elias found a strange comfort in this stillness, believing that true revelations only surfaced when the world stopped shouting. His current assignment was the tedious recataloguing of the celestial navigation section, a task that, if he were honest, was just an excuse to sit quietly among the tall, dark shelves. It was there he found the Atlas of Lost Hours. It was small, bound in sun-bleached green velvet, and felt unnervingly warm to the touch. The exterior bore no title, but upon opening it, Elias saw not maps of the known world, but complex astronomical charts detailing constellations that had never been officially recorded. What caught his attention was the spine. Unlike the usual glued cloth, this spine consisted of 12 nested brass rings, each inscribed with a zodiac symbol. As he ran a finger over the rings, they shifted with a sound like distant wind chimes. The atlas lay open on his desk for weeks. Elias pored over the charts, recognizing patterns that hinted at a time before recorded history, or perhaps a history that had been deliberately forgotten. Then, one crisp Friday night, exactly at the stroke of midnight when the great clock tower outside chimed its low, sonorous 12 notes, the brass rings on the spine moved. They clicked precisely into alignment, and a thin beam of moonlight, somehow funneled through the grime of the library's highest window, struck the book. A hidden inscription glowed beneath the velvet cover. "Where the stars whisper, the hour is kept." Elias instinctively looked up. The light beam, now emanating from the book, didn't stop at the ceiling. It tracked across the polished wooden floor and landed directly on the 5th bookshelf of the astronomy section. He approached cautiously, his heart thumping an unfamiliar rhythm against his ribs. There was no visible seam, but where the light touched the shelf, the wood seemed to deepen in color, becoming momentarily transparent. He pushed lightly, and the entire section, books, shelves, and all, swung inward with a low hydraulic sigh, revealing a winding stone staircase. The stairs spiraled upward, tight and narrow, the air growing colder with every step, replacing the dry library scent with the metallic tang of rain on stone. When the stairs finally ended, Elias stepped out into a circular, cavernous chamber. It was not a storage room nor an extension of the library. It was a vast, forgotten observatory. A massive antique telescope crafted from polished copper and brass dominated the center, its barrel pointed straight at the sky. Above, the dome was not metal or glass, but a massive, shimmering disk of obsidian that had been split perfectly down the middle, allowing a clean, cold shaft of starlight to flood the room. This was the place where the stars truly whispered. Elias walked to the telescope. He didn't need to look through the lens to understand what he had stumbled upon. The forgotten constellations from the atlas were projected on the walls by intricate prisms embedded in the dome. This observatory didn't track the movement of bodies in space. It tracked the passage of time that humans fail to notice, the lost hours. He touched the copper casing of the telescope and felt an ancient purpose surge through him. The job he thought was defined by dusty books was in reality a lineage. He was the next Kronos keeper, tasked with recording the history whispered only by the stars. He gently adjusted a lever, aligning the lenses, and the chamber brightened, illuminated by the knowledge of time yet to be lived. He smiled, a rare and genuine expression. Elias Vance, the quiet archivist, had finally found the loudest place in the world. He pulled the atlas closer, ready to begin his true work.